Okay, this week I'm going to get back into talking about mobility real quick, and so how we can incorporate it into training and everything. So it pretty much uh, I don't think it really matters like what kind of split we're doing. Now, some of the traditional like lifting splits, like your push pull legs, you do that pretty much like twice a week. You cycle through. So, for instance, Sunday through Friday, you do push on Sunday, pull on Monday, legs on Wednesday, and then you repeat the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday push pull legs, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you repeat the schedule. Now, of course, you can do like what I've been doing with the Norse Fitness training program the last few months is an upper lower split twice a week. So for instance, today, of course, as I'm recording this, I did a leg day, which was more hamstring focused, and so like the upper lower, the lower you can split into like a more quad dominant and one on one, more hamstring dominant on the other, and the upper one, it has it usually split up like pretty much chest and back, and then like one day you focus more on your biceps, and the other one you focus more on your triceps type of deal. So now the way you can incorporate mobility work, there's like a couple ways that come to mind right off the bat is like what you can do is pretty much do stretching right after. Now I would say you don't necessarily want to do stretching before you lift because I used like the rubber band analogy. Think of like if you're stretching the rubber band out, you're and that as like your muscles, you're kind of stretching those out, and so like when you're moving it more this, it's not necessarily as strong. So this is why I would say like kind of wait until do stretching or like mobility work afterwards. Now, of course, you could also do the two a day type of deal. So like for instance, if you're doing like a no matter what kind of strength training, like a split, you're doing push pull legs, full total body, or the upper lower split that I'm doing right now. What you could do is like instead if you have the time, like in the morning, do your lifting, get yourself up like a couple hours before work. So typical 9 to 5 job, say you get up at 7, get up at 5, get your lifting in, and then you get ready for work, and then you go to work, and then when you get back at say 5:30, you do half an hour of stretching before you go to bed and everything, or maybe a full blown yoga class. Of course, a lot of us don't necessarily have the amount of time to be able to do that, so we kind of have to sit here like I've only got 1 hour a day, like a 1 hour block that I can train. So like what we could do is condense strength training to maybe like a quick half-hour burst where you're just going all out. And so with Athlete X, you can Jeff Cavalier, he says that you can either train long or you can train hard and everything. So like that, and he goes into depth about like the the whole relationship between and the more intense your workout is, the quicker you can get it done type of deal. So for instance, the concept of lifting heavy, like a 500-pound squat, like a 250-pound bench press, and like another 500-pound deadlift and everything, and you're sitting there going heavy. You do those compound moves, and you just condense those, and maybe you add in an overhand press and a barbell row and everything. And so you could do it quite possibly as like a circuit or something. Do like a all if you have if you're able to set it up, but or maybe you do only like 1 or 2 sets for each of those exercises. Maybe it takes you half an hour or something. Then you roll into doing into mobility work, doing maybe some yin yoga or right after, to kind of help you just wiped yourself out with that a quick like I said workout with the circuit with the 5 compounds that I mentioned. You get into maybe 25-30 minutes of yin yoga to kind of catch your breath and kind of chill, and so you still are able to get the benefits of both and everything, or Or what you could do is you could actually schedule it in. Now, like most people like to, well, there's 7 days in a week and we got to do a 7 day cycle or whatever. There's nothing to say that's going to stop you from saying doing like a push pull legs yoga split and everything. So like for instance, you go in on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You do the typical push pull legs, and then Wednesday you do yoga. Thursday, Friday, Saturday you're doing push pull legs again, and then Sunday you're doing yoga, and then the following week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're doing push pull legs. Thursday you do yoga, Friday, Saturday, and then the next week, Sunday, you're doing push pull legs. And so you're in a sense like a instead of like a 3 day cycle, you're like in a 4 day cycle. Now, of course, most people like the psychological like, but there's 7 days in the week. We need to, like there's nice, neat little boxes in this old calendar, and like it's like no, you're still getting your shit done. It's just pretty much stretching it out. Now, the great thing about doing like maybe like a push pull legs yoga split, or what you could do is upper lower cardio yoga split and everything. By stretching that out, you're actually going to be able to recover for a lot better. So like again, doing those intense workouts, so like maybe you work half an hour to 45 minutes, you go in and like you do like an upper body workout where like you doing the vertical and horizontal push and pull movements. Like for instance, doing the like maybe you do an upper split where you're doing overhand press, and then like you just go to absolute failure with that. You do a barbell row, you do and then of course a bench press and a pull-ups. You do all just like those 4 exercises to a failure. Maybe it takes you about 20 minutes to do like maybe three sets of each or something. Then maybe you do like a couple sets of like accessory work. Like maybe you work on like your side delts, and like you do like a superset for your biceps and your triceps and everything, to get in some like extra shoulder or and arm work and stuff. So that takes maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes. And you do like and then like the next day with the lower split, what you can do is like doing the compound movements with, you can do your squats and your deadlifts, and so you're getting your quads and your hamstrings and stuff. And so like or you could flip flop between focusing like how you go about it. Pretty much entirely up to you, but like I'm gonna say do deadlifts and squats and everything. So there's like 2 exercises right there. Maybe you add in like a leg press, and then like for maybe like hamstrings with that complement your or like your deadlifts and everything. What you can do is maybe like a line or sitting like leg curls if you have access uh, to a gym that has those machines. Now, I actually have noticed like they're called these. I think they're called the donkey feet or something. They're basically uh, in essence, they're ski boots or whatever that you can strap on your foot, and you can kind of clamp down on like a dumbbell. And like the way it works is like you lift up your leg and everything, and do like, I'm kind of using my arm as an example for leg because I'm sitting down, but like you're curling up your hamstrings using this like ski boot in essence that kind of clamps down on a dumbbell to do like leg curls. So that's something you could get into for like a home gym or something. So like again, like doing like excess like deadlifts and squats for your lower day, plus like a couple like accessories like with like I said, like a leg press and like a line or sitting curl to get your hamstrings. And then for a fifth exercise, you do like either standing or sitting calf raises. And so that could be like a upper lower split. And then like you do a cardio day, and of course like what I've been doing, sprints and then time, distance and or time for the split on my cardio. You could do the same kind of thing for, so there's 3 days, upper lower cardio. Then the fourth day you add it, like you do it like a yoga class. Maybe you do it like you can switch it up. Maybe you do like a yin yoga class one time. You try doing like an ashtanga class, and then maybe like a vinyasa. Then try different like yoga classes. And so what that's going to do is by adding that fourth day in, it kind of gives you not only a recovery day, but it gives you that like like that psychological of like effect of, hey, look, I still like even though I wasn't like lifting lifting my ass off and going like crazy, and I wasn't running around like crazy, getting pretty much running myself ragged. I give myself that extra day, and I have the psychological effect of still getting something in. So that's another thing. That's one way you could get into like your mobility work. So now, of course, that's just one way around it. And that for doing a 4 day cycle, even though we'd like to think like we got to squish everything into like a nice little 7 day week and everything, because that's all nice and neat and everything. But like having like so we have like 6 days of training and a day off and everything. By having that 4 day cycle, you're still getting stuff done, and you're in a sense, yeah, getting that fourth day to kind of like yeah, in a sense chill and everything by still getting stuff done, even though technically it doesn't fit into that nice little 7 day window. Like, oh, cause that's a week and everything. You're still getting stuff done with a 4 day cycle of like push pull legs, yoga, upper lower cardio yoga, however you want, or three like two upper body, like two full bodies and two cardios and like two yogas, or however you want to do it and everything. So that's one way to get in. Another way is like I said, at the end of your workout, kind of condense everything into like half an hour, train really intense, and then use half hour to get like your mobility work in. So this is just a video to kind of like help give people ideas on how to incorporate mobility work into like either like add like a fourth day and do a 4 day cycle, or maybe adding stuff on at the end of your workout and everything.